What's up, Clutch City? Happy 2020. I am Bridget Falcone, joined by Orion Lewis and Tyler Milner. We've got a lot to unpack for you guys. I know we haven't been here in a while, but we are going to get it all out in the open right now. So I'm going to address the obviously ugly elephant in the room. I am wearing burnt orange, and yes, it is burning me. I still got my ring.
Guess I'll go ahead and do this.
Hook 'em, baby. Feels good to be a winner.
A bet is a bet. All right, well, let's make it interesting. Let's do a bet. All right, so whoever has the accurate prediction has to wear the winner's alma mater to the next show.
I ain't wearing no A&M nothing. I ain't wearing none
Come
of that.
on, how confident are you?
We don't want to be wearing no
We don't want to wear
orange.
burnt orange.
That's such an ugly color.
Burnt orange. But no, we can do
All right.
Second downfield, scans downfield, fires to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Turner.
So we honor our bets here on Clutch City Roundtable. So I am.
Oh, no. The horn's down.
No, I couldn't bring myself to wear an actual shirt, but
Are you serious?
hey,
Hey, it counts.
we'll just
Barely.
We'll ignore this one. This guy's looking good. I mean,
Wow.
Gross. It's horrible.
I'll take it.
It's horrible. All right, well, let's get down to business. So it is a rough week to be a Houstonian. The Houston Texans suffered an embarrassing loss to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, 51-31. There was a lot that went wrong with this game. So I want to start with our reasons for defeat. I'll go ahead and start. A fake punt call to Justin Reed on 4th and 4. Great. Kudos to Daniel, I think it was Daniel Sorensen, who actually tracked down the play. I mean, he read it and stopped it.
we just needed to make one guy miss, man.
A guy. It was a switch in momentum. You could see Arrowhead completely change. Yeah. People were going off and getting food and then came out and it just erupted. This was a change in the game. 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. That is absolutely absurd. I think BOB's play calling was honestly the biggest reason for defeat. Orion, I'll go ahead and start with yours.
I mean, yeah, you can blame B.O.B. and I think the more of the blame's on Romeo Cornell, myself, the defensive coordinator.
Yes.
But I think B.O.B. deserves credit. But the players, too, it just seems like after that fake punt call, the players just kind of gave up. It was just like they saw the play call. Well, earlier in the game, B.O.B. could have been aggressive on that 4th and 1. They ended up kicking the field goal.
He wanted to.
Yeah, he wanted to, but they ended up kicking the field goal, making him do so. So I don't understand the inconsistency of him not being aggressive and then being aggressive.
It was like 2 different coaches.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Somebody should make a meme.
I mean, you could tell he was kind of playing scared at that point.
Yeah.
Like, playing not to lose instead of playing to win. But, yeah.
But the first one, they were in Kansas City territory. You would think you would be aggressive in
Opposite sides of the field,
because the 4th and 4 was they were deep in their own territory.
Yeah, Houston 30 or something like that.
I didn't understand that.
Tyler, what was your reason for defeat?
Man, where to start? There was pretty much every phase of the game went wrong after we went up 24-0. After the Texans took that big lead, it just all came crumbling down. I'm not sure I've ever seen that big of a swing of momentum in my life in any game. I mean, it just literally the air went out of the sails for the Texans like that. It was. But I put most of the blame on the defense. I mean, it got to a point where the Chiefs were just toying with us.
Yep.
41 unanswered?
Yeah.
That's what it.
I mean, in particular, no pressure on Mahomes. None at all.
None at all.
I mean, we had 1 sack the entire game. Texans got 1 sack on Mahomes. They had 7 quarterback hurries and 3 quarterback knockdowns. I mean, that's not going to win you games. You've got to get to the quarterback. And of the 7 quarterback hurries, 3 of those are J.J. Watt, who's out there with a torn pec, only played in 1 game in the last however many months. He's not conditioned for the game.
Yeah, he looked gassed out there.
Yeah, and it's
Rightfully so. So that's just kind of reiterates Orion's thing that we just looked like we absolutely gave up.
Yeah. And tackling as well on the defensive side.
Wrap up.
There were 3 players who, according to Pro Football Reference, missed 50% of their tackles.
Oh, my gosh.
DJ Reader, Brendan Scarlett, Charles Omenihu. All missed 50% of their tackles. That is insane. You can't be a professional defensive player and have that happen.
Shame. All right, so honestly, where do the Texans go from here? I personally think that B.O.B. has way too much power. He's got too much on his plate. I think he's a great GM. I just unfortunately do not think that he should be play calling. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, I've been vocal in the past with criticisms of Bill O'Brien, and I think they're deserved. But I also think a lot of this year he got a lot of flack for stuff that
wasn't really his. Yeah, I agree.
And it was almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation with him this year too. I feel like anytime something good went down with the Texans, it was kind of just like, oh, Deshaun, you're so great, or that was awesome job by the offense there.
Yeah.
And Bill gets no credit. But the second stuff goes wrong, everyone's like, we need to fire him, we need to move on. That being said, I do think we need to move on. I think Bill O'Brien's time, I mean, the guy's gotten his shots. We can't get past the divisional round. He's 2-4 in the playoffs since he's been head coach. So, I mean, I think it's time to get someone new in there.
But I think he does just enough to keep his job every single year.
He does.
Like,
Exactly.
it kind of reminds me like Jameis Winston on the Buccaneers. They do just enough to keep their job, you know?
But you know what? I think that Houston as a whole is tired of the phrase typical Texans. You know, oh, the Texans first round of the playoffs, what an easy win.
Yep.
You know? And people are tired of that, and we're going to start spending the money to show that we are tired of that happening, and we're going to start winning.
And that's the thing.
You know?
I mean, like you said, he's doing just enough to get by. But at what point do we expect more? I mean, we can't just keep getting to the wild card or the divisional round. The Texans have to get further.
With the elite talent that we have,
Hanging division
don't
banners.
waste D. Watt's years.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't do that. You're already, I mean, that's already happened with great players in the Texans organization, and now you finally have a franchise quarterback. You've got to make a move quick.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's other great quarterbacks out there, and you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Agreed. All right, so AFC Championship game is coming up this Sunday. Very exciting. We got the Chiefs against the Titans, 2:05 Central, and it's going to be a good game, I feel. This one, I think the Chiefs are going to go ahead and take, and I'm going to give a score prediction. Okay, I put 31-24. I feel like it might be a little bit of a higher game, but that's what I'm going to stick with. I think that Pat continues to be elite on all fronts. He threw for, it was the Texans, but he threw for 321 yards. For the year, he's at 4,031 passing this season alone, so that's not even including his rushing. Yeah. Some say best quarterback in the league right now. I think I honestly might start arguing that, you know.
Definitely.
Lamar, yes, I think Lamar was MVP throughout regular season, but if we're going to include postseason, I would 100% say Pat. Travis Kelce, gosh, he's had a heck of a year. 1,229 yards this season. He's averaging 12.5 yards a play.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And Andy Reid is great. He's a great play caller, the Walrus. I think that the Chiefs are going to go ahead and take it. But Tyler, what do you think?
I also believe the Chiefs will win. I think they'll win pretty convincingly. I got them winning 37-17.
Okay.
I hate to doubt the Titans right now. They've been one of the hottest teams in the country, but I just, the way Mahomes is playing, Andy Reid, the way he's coaching, I don't think they're going to get off to a slow start like they did against the Texans. I don't think that happens again at Arrowhead. The place is going to be rocking. You got Tannehill. It's still his first experience in the playoffs. And I think the Chiefs are going to make him perform, or at least they should. Reid should just stack the box, take Henry out of the game, and make Tannehill throw.
Yeah.
But I think the Chiefs win big. Tannehill's inexperience and just the Chiefs being the better team.
Fair.
Yeah,
Ryan?
Tannehill's only thrown the ball in the playoffs 29 times. He's 15 for 29.
Watson threw 52 last week.
I know. And Lamar Jackson, he threw it over 50 times in his game.
It's insane.
And 160 yards in 2 games. That's 80 passing yards per game.
Wow.
80. They haven't need him to do really anything.
Love Tannehill, but yeah, that ain't going to cut it this week.
Yeah, I think they're going to need Ryan Tannehill a lot in this game. I also think the Chiefs will win. I think the Chiefs take it 34-24. Derrick Henry been carrying the load for the Titans, of course.
Sure.
He has 64 carries in the 2 playoff games, and he had 35 carries in the last game of the year against the Texans.
He has got to be tired. Oh my God.
At some point, he has to become human again.
Yeah.
At some point.
Man, that guy's on a tear, man. It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, Derrick Henry is also the first player to run for 175 yards or more in 2 postseason games. And he's the only player in NFL history with at least 180 rushing yards in 3 consecutive games in the playoffs.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's insane. I'm really enjoying the memes that are coming with Derrick Henry and his inhumane ability to carry grown men for
He's a big boy.
yards.
That's a big guy.
Yeah.
And Vrabel's doing good work over there.
I have a crush on Mike Vrabel, if I'm going to be honest.
Really? Oh, Lord.
I just miss him being on the Texans staff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Hate to doubt him, but I think the Chiefs are just gonna roll, man.
I think
I
so
think
as
so,
well.
too.
All right, so don't go anywhere. We are going to dive into the NFC Championship and maybe play a little over or under the bridge. What do y'all think?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
to me.
for sure.
Alrighty, stay locked. Welcome back to Clutch City Roundtable. As promised, we are going to get into the NFC Championship game. So it is going to be this Sunday as well, 5:40 Central. It's going to be Green Bay Packers against the San Francisco 49ers. This is the ladies' game of the week, okay? So ladies, you are going to want to tune into this one. We got Aaron Rodgers on one side, and we got Jimmy G on the other side. And then we got some Nick Bosa in there. So it's going to be a very attractive game.
Oh,
Ladies, please stay tuned.
Hubba bubba.
Hubba, hubba.
That's awful.
And y'all know I'm right, okay? But I think the 49ers are going to go ahead and take this one. They are the favorite right now. 49ers defense is just, they're firing on all cylinders. Nick Bosa, 47 tackles, 9 sacks on the season. Emmanuel Mosley, 50 tackles. And then they also have Richard Sherman now. And Richard Sherman shows up, if y'all haven't seen the video.
he's
Richard
letting
Sherman
everyone know.
shows
Yeah,
up.
just let it-
In the playoffs, in big games, I show up. I show up year in, year out, whether it's 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. Unless I tear my Achilles, I'm out there and I'm doing my job at a high level. And I
Okay.
think
know.
So I'm going to pick 49ers. Orion, who are you going to pick?
Okay, so before I give everybody my pick, the 49ers are obviously the number 1 seed in the NFC playoffs.
Indeed.
They have the best roster. They have the most complete roster in the NFL.
Can agree with that.
But it's a revenge game for the Packers. I think in their first meeting this year in the regular season, the 49ers obliterated them. It wasn't even close. I don't even remember the score.
I think Packers had like 7
Packers
points.
had
Yeah, it
8
was
points.
or
Yeah.
8,
30,
yeah.
40 something. Yeah, it was
33 to 8, maybe something.
Yeah, it
like
was
that.
horrible.
Yeah.
And it's also a revenge game because Aaron Rodgers, remember the San Francisco, that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, that bad man.
He's a bad man.
He was not drafted by the San Francisco 49ers.
He looks
and
better in green.
He's the hometown
California
kid.
boy. Yep.
Hometown kid. He wanted to be in a 49ers jersey. Hometown kid. He wanted it. So I'm going to go with the Packers. I think the Packers are going to go ahead. And, I mean, I'm obviously a big Aaron Rodgers fan, so I want to see
me
him
and
in
you
Super
both,
Bowl
man.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Aaron Rodgers is a man, like you were saying. Revenge game in more than one way. California kid wants to let him know that they missed out, even all these years later. They were showing that clip on all the national
Yeah.
news stations this week.
They were, yeah.
49ers, I'm going to make them regret it. But, yeah, I have the Packers as well. I think they're just, the way the offense is right now, they're just going to roll and do their thing as much as they can against 49ers' great defense.
Yeah.
The Packers' defense has been playing pretty good, too. Can't count them out. And kind of like what we were talking about earlier with Tannehill, Jimmy G hadn't been asked to do a whole lot yet.
Exactly.
I mean,
Hey, he's doing enough.
oh my God.
Bridget, he throws it over the middle every single play. He does not throw it outside the numbers at all.
Double Kittle every play.
Yeah,
What's he gonna do?
that's true. Okay.
Kittle's a beast. By
Yeah,
the way.
he is.
Take
But
away his easy read in the middle, and you make him throw it outside the numbers.
I was saying he was doing enough for the cameras, guys. Chill out.
I know what you were saying.
We understand.
Yeah, he only threw 19 times last week.
Yeah.
So between that and Aaron and Devontae Adams right now are just on another level.
I do agree with that. Yep.
After last week's game, in an interview, Rodgers said their connection was similar to what he used to have with Jordy. We all know how that connection was. So I think the Packers win. Might be close, but I think the Packers take it and head to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have a State Farm Super Bowl.
Yeah.
With the Chiefs and the Packers.
That-
This is beautiful for State Farm. This is perfect.
Hey, Chiefs and Packers too. They were the Super Bowl I matchup, the very first
True.
Super Bowl ever.
Oh, wow. So 1 in 50. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
A 1 in 100. 1 in 100. Yeah.
Well, the 100th season, it's like the 54th Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be cool. That would be a storyline that everyone would love.
Yeah, true.
That would be
Yeah.
really good. All right, so let's play Over Under the Bridge with Bridge.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So let's start with AFC Championship game. We got Chiefs versus Titans, obviously. Chiefs are -7.5, and the over-under is 51.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tyler, go ahead and start. Are you going over or under 51.5?
So I mentioned my score prediction earlier, 37-17, so I'm definitely going to go over. Obviously not by much, but just with, honestly, the Chiefs' offense the way it is right now, if they can just get that done against a tough Titans defense, I think the over will hit. And I think the Chiefs cover, obviously. I think they win pretty convincingly at the end because they're going to make Tannehill play, and I'm just not sure he's ready to do that. Also, an interesting fact for you, Tennessee's overs in 9 of the last 12 games have hit. So pretty good percentage there. Digging it. And Kansas City is 7-0 against the spread in their last 7 games. And 5-0 against the spread at home. So, I mean,
Yeah, interesting.
Some cold hard facts.
Make some money. I'm going to make y'all some money.
All right, Orion, over or under 51.5?
Yeah, we kind of showed our cards in the previous block. So my prediction was obviously 34-24. That's over.
Yep.
And then that's Chiefs covering as well. So
Yeah, okay. All right, let's do some in-depth ones. So Derrick Henry, total rushing yards, over-under is 109.5. Oh, I feel like he goes over that. I don't know. Tyler.
Yeah,
Obviously got something to say.
I know I just told you I was going to make you money, but I feel real uncomfortable about this one. But I think I would go under.
really,
Under?
I think
You
Andy
think they're
Reid
gonna
is
figure
going
out how to-
just take it away.
Yeah.
Really?
They're going to say, beat me anyway, but Derrick Henry running over my guys, and he's going to load the box up every play. So I go under.
I think he's still gonna get his. He's gonna carry the ball
And he
35
very
times.
well could. I say under, and he's going to go for like 200.
He's that whole team, yeah.
It's insane.
All right, Tyreek Hill, over-under for receiving yards is 75.5. Interesting. This is a good one. 75.5.
It is a good one, but I'm going to go under, even though in their last meeting, Tyreek Hill actually had his best game of the year. He had 11 receptions, 157 yards, and a touchdown in their first meeting this year. But I'm still going to go under because that was the last time that Tyreek Hill actually did go over 75 yards in a game. So, going under.
I'm going to go over. I think Mahomes is just going to find him some way, somehow. I mean, just ball out. I'm going over.
They have so many people to throw it to, though. So
That's true. I mean,
Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins,
I
Marcus
just-
Robinson.
I just watched him just completely make the Texans look stupid for 3 quarters. So I get the Titans are slightly better in the secondary, but I would say over.
All right, so what about Patrick Mahomes, over 1.5 passing touchdowns?
1.5 is nothing to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Nothing.
going over
That's
that.
a weak bet.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's very
Okay, what
If
about
you can find that bet, take it.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
what about 2.5, over 2.5?
2.5. Best quarterback in the world? Yeah, I'm going over 2.5 as well.
I'm with you, bro.
Okay.
I think minimum 3 touchdowns this game for sure.
All right, so let's switch gears and go over to the NFC. 49ers, Packers. 49ers is a 7-point favorite, and the over-under is 45. See, this one's interesting. And what I was thinking about today is we've got probably the most elite, or a very elite offense and a very elite defense. So I feel like I'd take the under on this one, 45. I'd take the under, but y'all are the pros. Tyler, I'll give it to you.
I'm going to agree with you. I would take the under. I think it's going to get close, but I'm going to take the under on that. 4 of Green Bay's last 5 games, the under is hit. So there's that. And the Packers +7, take those points right now. Like, get on your phone, find a bookie, do what you got to do. Take the points. +7, you're going to give Aaron Rodgers 7 points? Take the points. Packers +7, they cover. They've won 6 straight since the last loss against San Francisco. Take the points. That's all I got to say. I can't.
We're going to make shirts.
tell you enough.
We're going to make shirts, and it's going to say, take the points. Go ahead and buy them.
Take
Pledge
those
City Roundtable
points.
merch coming soon.
Right now.
Take the
Seriously.
points.
Orion, do you agree?
I do agree that the Packers are going to win the game, so they're obviously going to cover.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to go over the 45.
Okay,
I think
okay.
Aaron Rodgers is going to. I mean, I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers lights it up.
All right.
And I think the San Francisco's offense is good as well. I think they'll find a way to put some points on the board with Mike Shanahan coaching. So
Yeah. So let's go in depth. Jimmy G over under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Ooh.
I think I'm going under.
I think I'm going under.
Yeah, I think he maybe gets one. I think I'm going under. I think Jimmy G, moment's too big. Still, again, lack of experience.
Or
in the
I'll
playoffs.
take the 1.5, honestly.
Man. I don't know because my mind and heart are both saying go under.
Yeah.
But you just.
I know you hate Jimmy G.
I don't hate. Okay,
No,
hold
you
on.
ain't
hold
gotta
on.
hide it, bro.
I don't hate anybody.
We're all friends here.
I hate this shirt.
I love it. You look great with it on, honestly. But I don't hate Jimmy G, but do I think he's a limited quarterback? Yes. So actually, I am going to go under as well.
Okay.
I'll agree.
So A-Raj, over under 1.5 passing.
Over! Woo!
Way over.
Way over.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be.
Parlay that with the Packers +7.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Make some money.
All right, Devontae
Parlay.
Adams, over under 81.5 receiving yards. Over.
I'm going over as well. He's gonna have to have a big day for them.
They are, but yeah. I mean, and what you said about him and Aaron. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
if they're
think
having that
we're-
chemistry,
yeah.
they have to have that chemistry if they're going to want to win this game.
I think we're in agreement. I think over as well. I think it might be a little closer, but I think he gets over, and he'll need to for sure.
All right, George Kittle, over under 72.5 receiving yards. I think I'm going over on this one. Obviously, I'm going over on this one. I think that he is the key to victory for the 49ers ultimately. Yeah, over 72.5, Orion.
I'm going over as well. I think George Kittle, maybe the best tight end in the NFL, him and Travis Kelce. Maybe.
Yeah.
And we might see him in the Super Bowl.
I love me some Kittle, man. He's obviously Jimmy G's like go-to guy, but I'm going to go under. They played, I guess, 17 games with the one playoff game, 8 times this year. He's gone under, so it's kind of split right down the middle. Could go either way, but I think the Packers probably make a game plan to take Kittle away as much as they can.
All right, and just a disclosure, we are not professionals at this, so if you do take any of
Yes, we are.
So if you take any of
Semi-pro.
our advice, we are not liable for your losses.
Yeah, don't hit me up on Twitter telling me I owe you money, because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Get a lawyer.
Yeah.
All right, so coming up next, butt slapping and cheat or be cheated on.
Sounds
Stay
hot.
tuned. Welcome back to Clutch City Roundtable. So, national championship recap. LSU defeated the Clemson Tigers 42-25. All right, I'm gonna put that down. It's hurting somebody's feelings too much, and it was kind of hurting my arms.
You gotta
All
be
right.
careful too. You could get fined or something these days. Everyone's so
Yeah,
sensitive about
sensitive, hypersensitive.
I don't wanna hear
in
anything.
Society.
Oh,
that
my
it. 15-yard penalty.
But yeah, so LSU defeated Clemson 42-25. It was a good game for most of it, I feel. But there's been a lot of fallout since this game. We'll start with Odell Beckham Jr. He attended the game, as everybody has hopefully seen, and had a few acts of, what do we want to call it? True fandom?
Idiocy.
There you go.
Y'all hit it right on the nail. I have no words.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there was the handing out fake money on the field.
wasn't
Who
right.
was the
Burrow's like, nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He
That
was
wasn't
like,
fake.
no, it was real. If y'all didn't see, Joe Burrow went on Barstool's Pardon My Take and went ahead and said, yeah, it was real. And he's like, well, I'm not a college athlete anymore, so it doesn't matter. That's not allowed, okay? You're still represented by the university, unfortunately. And Odell's going to do it right in front of CNN that's the camera that was recording.
The CNN guy, he was like,
CNN was
"Can you
like,
answer these
oh,
questions for me?"
man. So, yeah, it was real money. Looked like quite a bit. I wish I was on that field.
I mean, yeah, he's obviously just such an attention whore. I mean, the dude's got to have eyes on him between that and in the locker room. I mean, he's an idiot. At the same time, though, the whole, warrant out for his arrest and
Is
everything
silly.
for slapping the cop on the butt.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
You don't need to be...
An arrest warrant.
Come on,
That's
man.
silly. They were in celebration. I mean, they were excited. He did play for LSU. Yeah.
He's an idiot, but he doesn't need to be arrested for that.
Yeah.
Agreed. And also, why didn't the cop do it right then and there? If he was that mad, have y'all seen the video? It's pretty hilarious.
I actually hadn't thought about that. True. He should have been offended in that moment.
Yeah. And then, if y'all haven't seen the megaphone, debauchery.
Or he's not speaking English.
not speaking
Subtitles, please.
human language and he is
Sounds
speaking
like
into
Coach O.
I was about to imagine Coach O being there and them having a conversation. Like, what?
somebody. Okay, you trolls, internet trolls, go ahead and make that for us, please.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Yeah, so all of that is a lot of fun. If you haven't seen any of that, we'll go ahead and add some clips just for your humor. But let's switch a little bit. Is Joe Burrow the top quarterback prospect in the draft? I say without a doubt, yes.
Smoking Joe. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there's a difference between top prospect
Yeah.
and who you think you should take a chance on or who should go number one. We can talk about that if we want, but I think if the Bengals were to pass on him, it'd be a huge mistake at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Joe Burrow he's the best prospect. He's the best quarterback in the draft. But I mean, there's other candidates as well, like Justin Herbert. Tua's hurt.
Tua, but
yeah,
I
he'll be
think,
back, but
yeah.
I don't think you can pass on any of those guys, honestly. Even since Tua's hurt, I don't think you can pass on him. I think the Dolphins have to take him at 5.
I agree. Yeah, and will LSU be a dominant team next year? I mean, there's a lot of changes within their organization.
Yeah.
So passing coordinator Joe Brady left for the Panthers, which I think is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
LSU Dave Aranda went to Baylor to be the head coach, and then Burrow, Jefferson, Patrick Queen all to the draft. So I think that LSU definitely had they were at the end of the rainbow this season. Everything was working well for them. So with all these changes, I truly do not believe, and I hope so, obviously for myself, but I don't think that they're going to be as dominant as they were this year.
Yeah.
In no way.
Yeah, I don't think they will be as dominant as this year either. I think this was maybe like a kind of a one-hit wonder situation where it was like the perfect time. It was like it was the golden season for
Right.
LSU,
Yeah.
so I'm thinking,
Was this the best football season in college football history?
It can be argued. Burrow set all kinds of records. I mean, only SEC player with 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. He had 6,000 yards he accounted for. Only player to ever do that. So, yeah, I think there's going to be a substantial drop-off with LSU. Look out for De'Aaron King from U of H to transfer there, though, possibly.
Oh, really? I thought it was Arkansas, maybe.
It could be.
Yeah.
I think those are the two front runners, possibly. But,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. All right, so sad day in Houston again. The Astros sign-stealing scandal continues. Who's tired of this?
Oh, my gosh. I'm ready for it to be over.
You're tired of it.
I'm not an Astros fan, but
So as the world is well aware by now, the Astros 2017 World Series will forever be tainted because of electronic sign stealing.
Can't take that ring, though.
Yeah, try and take the ring.
should.
Stephen A., try and take it.
I think they should.
Now, this story just keeps getting bigger and bigger as it starts expanding and affecting people in other organizations. Mets manager Carlos Beltran was fired. Red Sox manager Alex Cora was fired, both of which were alleged to have affiliation with the illegal sign stealing.
Yeah.
So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. You know what? Cheat or be cheated on.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm going to say,
These
okay?
Astros fans, man.
I mean, I'm ready for it to be
Who
over.
isn't? I am too.
It needs to be said, though, don't get me wrong. I love the Astros. They cheated. They absolutely cheated. It sucks. It's stupid because we had the talent. You didn't need to cheat,
Yeah.
but we cheated. It's there. It happened. But guess what? I would do it all over again if it meant a World Series. You're never going to take those emotions away from me as a fan. I'm going to always remember them winning. I hate that they did it. I wish they wouldn't have because I think we would have won anyway.
Yeah, I know
But
we would have.
Fine me $5 million. Sure. Take some draft picks, which is going to stink in the long run.
Fine,
Yeah.
you get a young team.
But
Contracts
we
in order.
will have 2017 forever. And they didn't find any evidence, apparently, with 2019. And we went to Game 7 of the World Series. So clearly we got some talent. We got it going on.
And my response to Dodgers fans who have been the loudest, win your away games and you wouldn't have this problem, okay? Honestly, win your away games.
Yeah. I mean,
So was the Astros punishment valid? Where is the line? Genuinely, there is no clear-cut line. I mean, people are genuinely hired to watch and sign steal.
Yeah.
So what is,
Well,
what?
there's a difference between a human
I know.
going to watch.
What if you have a photogenic memory?
I completely
That's not
agree.
technology. Oh my
No, I
goodness.
completely
These Astros
agree.
fans.
No, I completely agree. It's completely different. It's a
I
whole
do.
new
Yeah.
realm. But I guarantee this was going on in
It's
at
going
least
on
more than
everywhere.
half the league. And I hope it comes to light.
I do too.
It's got to be.
I
I mean, just 20 minutes before we started the show today, they were talking about McDowell, who played baseball in the 80s.
Yep.
He said
that there was
had a system set up similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't read up on it and what that means
I saw
exactly.
that. Mm-hmm.
But there's something like this been going on since the 80s, and I guarantee teams were doing something similar in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the scapegoats.
Yeah,
because we
my
want it all.
recommendation to MLB is, okay, so you saw what we did. Go and investigate every single other organization. See if they're doing
But
it
they
and
can't
draw a
do
line.
that.
Draw a line. Okay, well then fine. Fine. Let bygones be bygones. Draw the line. Say this is okay, this is not okay. Let's go.
Well, I mean, they kind of have the rules
They've
and regulations in place where you can't use technology to get other teams' signs. They have that in place.
5 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever.
Right.
But okay, so should Crane have fired Luno and Hinch? So this is what people are debating a lot. It's a very controversial subject. I think he had no other option.
Yeah, I feel like he
you
had
have
to.
to start over. You have to, get your ducks in a row and start over and try and let this bad attention go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He had to do it. You were going to lose him for a year anyway, so you might as well lay the groundwork, bring someone else in, start new. I hate losing Hinch. I love Hinch, and I don't really give him a lot of blame for this from what I've read up on. Luno can kick rocks. I'm done with that dude. From
I
what
think
I've
he was the
heard,
ringleader.
Credit to our boy John Lopez over at Sports Radio 610. He talked with someone within the organization yesterday that said Luno was way more involved than people realize, and he definitely had a
Well,
role.
if you look at their apologies, if you look at Hinch's apology and Luno's apology, Luno's like, I didn't do it, I didn't cheat, and Hinch is all apology.
Yeah.
He's like, I am so sorry that I hurt you as fans. I'm sorry that I hurt the players. And all this buzzer stuff is fake.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that's
confetti.
dumb.
You can. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
Taking the confetti.
Reddick's got confetti. saying that in the video. Come on,
Okay,
get out of
stop
here.
digging. Let's move on. What else is important? Let's just move on to the
I
next
don't
thing.
understand the Yankees fans and all the other teams' fans, the
'Cause they're
Twitter
sore
trolls.
losers.
yeah.
I don't understand their logic
Well, the
behind some
Yankees have
stuff.
already been proven too they were doing something illegal in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Pathetic, but
Great.
What a way to end the show. What a way.
Jeez, dark days in Houston sports.
it is dark days. But guess what? Guess what happens after a rainy storm?
What is it? It's darkest before the dawn.
A rainbow. And hopefully that rainbow shines over James Harden and the Rockets.
I don't
Right
know
now
about-
it's not looking too
don't know
good,
about
but
that
we'll be hopeful. Thank you so much for tuning into Clutch City Roundtable. We will see you guys next week. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Stay golden.